Maybe today didn't start gently. Maybe it didn't begin with peace or quiet confidence. Before the day even began, you already felt the weight pressing on you. You opened your eyes, and instead of calm, there was pressure. Responsibilities waiting. Decisions you don't feel ready to make. Battles you didn't choose, but still have to face. You might already feel tired, and the day hasn't really started yet. Tired in your body, tired in your mind, tired in that deeper place where rest doesn't come easily. There is the pressure to show up, the responsibility to keep going, the fear of facing today and not knowing if you have what it takes, the quiet expectation that you have to be strong, even when you feel weak inside. You may be carrying things no one else can see, holding it together on the outside, while feeling stretched thin on the inside, doing your best to move forward, even though part of you just wants to stop and breathe. Today feels less like a fresh start, and more like another battle waiting for you. Another moment where strength is required, but energy feels low. And if that's where you are right now, if this feels uncomfortably familiar, this prayer is for you. You're not wrong for feeling this way. You're not weak for needing strength today. It makes sense that you feel tired, stretched, and unsure. You've been enduring, showing up day after day, even when it costs you more than you expected. You've been holding more than people can see, carrying responsibilities and pressures that don't get noticed or applauded. It's easy to look at yourself and quietly wonder if something is wrong with you, why it feels harder than it used to, why strength doesn't come as easily, why you feel worn down instead of confident. But needing strength does not mean your faith is failing. Feeling tired does not mean you've fallen behind, and weakness does not mean you've been abandoned. It makes sense that you feel this way when you've been pushing through things that require courage, patience, and perseverance. It makes sense when you've had to be strong for others, even when you didn't feel strong yourself. It makes sense when rest hasn't really been rest, and quiet moments still feel heavy. God sees what others don't. God sees the battles no one claps for, the quiet decisions, the emotional weight, the strength you had to borrow just to get here today. You didn't imagine the pressure. You didn't exaggerate the heaviness. And you're not failing because you need help to face today. You are not wrong for wishing today felt easier. You are not wrong for hoping for relief. You are not wrong for needing strength beyond your own. Sometimes the bravest thing you do is simply keep going. Sometimes faith looks less like confidence and more like showing up while tired. And sometimes strength begins with admitting that you don't have enough on your own. God is not disappointed in you for feeling this way. He is not distant because you're weary. He is not waiting for you to prove yourself before He draws near. And this is where God gently meets you. The Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusts in Him, and He helps me. Psalm 28:7. Let those words settle for a moment. Not rushed, not skimmed, just received. This promise is not for strong days only. It's not written for moments when you already feel confident or capable. It's for days like today, when strength feels low and the weight feels real. The Lord is your strength, not something you have to manufacture, not something you have to prove, not something you earn by holding it together. This strength is not something you create. It's something you receive And maybe that matters more than you realize right now. Because today isn't asking for extra effort. It's asking for strength you don't feel like you have. He gives strength to the weary and increase the power of the weak. Isaiah 40:29. That verse doesn't correct you for being tired. It doesn't question why you're worn down. It simply acknowledges the truth you are weary, and it meets you there. This strength is for facing responsibilities that feel heavy, the conversations you've been replaying in your mind, the decisions you wish you could delay, the expectations that don't pause just because you're tired. This strength is for facing fear. Fear of today. Fear of what might go wrong. Fear of not being enough for what's ahead. This strength is for facing uncertainty. When you don't know how things will unfold. When answers feel unclear. When your path feels unsteady. And this promise doesn't say the battle disappears. It says you are not facing it alone. It says help meets you in the middle of it. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12:9. That means weakness is not a barrier. It's not something that disqualifies you from help. It's often the place where help arrives most clearly. Right here, right now, in this moment. You don't have to wait until you feel stronger. You don't have to fix yourself before coming close. Strength is not postponed until later in the day. It's available now, for this breath, for this step, for this battle. So now, let's bring today's battles to God together. Lord, you see how heavy today feels. You see the weight that settled in before the day even began. You see the battles waiting, the responsibilities lined up, the moments that already feel demanding. Nothing about this day surprises you. You see the pressure pressing on their mind. You see the exhaustion carried in their body. You see the quiet heaviness in their heart that words haven't fully explained. You see the fear they woke up with and the strength they're being asked to find. Lord, you see it all. You see how tired they feel, not just physically, but deeply. Tired from holding on. Tired from staying strong. Tired from facing things they never expected to face this way. You see the battles they don't talk about, the ones no one applauds or notices. And right now, they don't come pretending to be strong. They don't come hiding their need. They come as they are. They don't have strength left to spare. They don't have energy stored away for later. They don't have answers neatly lined up. But they are here. And Lord, there is no shame in that. There is no failure in admitting weakness. There is no distance created by honesty. So today, we ask for your strength, not tomorrow's strength, not strength for everything at once, but strength for today, strength for their mind, where thoughts feel crowded and loud, when fear tries to take over, when worry loops without rest, when uncertainty makes it hard to focus. Lord, steady their thoughts. Quiet what feels overwhelming. Bring clarity where confusion has been settling. Give strength to their body, where exhaustion lingers, where sickness drains energy, where tension has built up quietly over time. Breathe life into tired places. Restore what has been worn down. Meet them gently, right where they are. Give strength to their heart, the part that has been carrying disappointment, the part that feels lonely even when others are near, the part that has been brave for too long without relief. Fill that space with comfort, with reassurance, with the reminder that they are not alone. Give strength for the decisions they have to make today, the choices that feel heavy, the conversations they've been dreading, the moments they wish they could avoid. Go before them in every interaction. Guide their words. Steady their reactions. Help them respond with wisdom instead of fear. Lord, you go before them today. You are already present in the moments they're anxious about. You are already standing in the places they feel unprepared to face. They do not walk into this day alone. You stand with them when fear rises. You stand with them when strength feels thin. You stand with them when uncertainty tries to take control. You do not step back when they feel weak. You draw closer. So now, we speak directly to the fears they're carrying. The fear of today. The fear of what might go wrong. The fear of not being enough for what's ahead. The fear of failing. The fear of letting others down. The fear of being misunderstood. The fear of facing sickness, uncertainty, or loss. Lord, you see every one of these fears. Nothing is hidden. Nothing is dismissed. And we ask that you gently loosen their grip. Not with force, not with pressure, but with your peace. Replace fear with reassurance. Replace anxiety with steadiness. Replace heaviness with the quiet knowledge that you are near. When their thoughts run ahead of the moment, pull them back into your presence. When their heart feels tight with worry, soften it with calm. When their body reacts with tension, remind them they are safe. Let peace settle slowly. Let it reach the places that feel guarded. Let it quiet what has been restless. Let it stay, Lord. Remind them that they don't have to carry today all at once. They only need strength for this moment, this breath, this step. And when they feel lonely, remind them they are seen. When they feel unseen by others, remind them you are watching closely. When they feel misunderstood, remind them you understand fully. Be especially near to those who feel isolated today, those facing battles quietly, those who feel like no one really knows how heavy things have been. Sit with them. Comfort them. Let them feel your closeness. Be near to those facing sickness, those whose bodies feel weak or fragile, those waiting for answers, those carrying pain that doesn't ease quickly. Hold them gently. Strengthen them where they feel vulnerable. Give them endurance for today. Be near to those facing uncertainty, those who don't know what comes next. Those standing at a crossroads, those waiting for clarity that hasn't arrived yet. Help them trust you in the waiting. Help them erect even without answers. Lord, as this day unfolds, we place it into your hands. Every tulko, every responsibility, every conversation, every unknown. We place today's battles into your care, not because they don't matter, but because they matter too much to carry alone. If strength fades again later today, meet them again. If fear returns, remind them again. If exhaustion creeps back in, support them again. They don't have to be strong all day at once. They only have to stay close. So now, with open hands, we release what has been weighing them down. The pressure to perform, the need to prove, the fear of falling short. We place today in your hands. We place their heart in your care. We place their strength in your keeping. And we trust that whatever this day holds, you will walk through it with them. Before you move on, stay here just a little longer. There's no need to rush back into the day yet. Let the calm you felt remain with you for a moment. You are not the only one who needed this prayer today. Others are listening right now with the same quiet weight, the same need for strength, the same hope that today doesn't have to be faced alone. Even if you're listening quietly, even if no one around you knows what you're carrying, you are not alone in this moment. You are part of this prayer family, a gentle, unseen community of people choosing to pause, to breathe, and to place today into God's hands together. If this prayer met you where you are, you don't need to say much. You can simply whisper, "Amen." Or, if you'd like, type it softly in the comments as a quiet agreement in your heart. And if you feel led, you're welcome to share a short prayer request. No explanations needed. No pressure to find the right words. As you step into the rest of your day, carry this peace with you. You don't have to hold everything at once. You don't have to face today alone. We'll pray again tomorrow.